WSTB, Clarksville. Hey everybody, welcome to today's session at St. Bethlehem's United Methodist Church with Pastor Richard Wesley and co-host Ashley Kettle. Enjoy.
Hi, and welcome to WSTB, Clarksville. I'm here in the St. Bethlehem United Methodist Church studio with our co-host Ashley Kettle. Ashley, it's good to see you as always. Let's jump right into what's going to take place this weekend at St. Bethlehem United Methodist Church. This Sunday at 9 a.m. in our traditional worship service, we are looking at a story that comes out of the 6th chapter of John's Gospel. Now, Ashley, in this story, Jesus is asked a specific question that I think maybe those of us who've experienced God through Jesus might want to listen to and pay attention to and know the answer to.
What's that?
The question that Jesus is asked is, what must we do to perform the works of God? What must we do to perform the works of God? And Jesus answers this question by saying, this is the work of God. Okay, now you want to know what that is, because he's been asked, what must we do? This is the work of God, that you believe in him whom God has sent. Now, we acknowledge that God has sent Jesus. And so that we believe in Jesus. It seems really simple, doesn't it? Okay, well, let's see. Jesus, I believe in that, don't you? I mean, that's... until we look at the story a little bit deeper, this word believe in the Greek is a verb. And it's the verb to the word that we translate faith. So it's the verb of faith. It's the action of faith. If we have faith, now see, we usually think of having faith as believing. Now we have faith in Jesus. We believe. But this word believe is the action of that faith. So what action do we live out that we must do to perform the works of God? That's what we're looking at this weekend in the traditional worship service. Now, before we get to the story that I know you really want to hear, and that's Ashley's top 5, and I want to hear it too. But before we get there, I want to tell you just a little interesting tidbit that took place in Boston, Massachusetts. You know, Tori is in seminary in Boston, right. And Tori is going to be back with us here in a couple of weeks. He will be starting later this month. He'll be starting his 2nd year in seminary. But in 1845 in Boston, there was an ordinance that you had to have a doctor's prescription in order to take a bath. I don't think that's still an ordinance in Boston. If it is, we might want to mention to Tori that ordinance is not in Clarksville.
Exactly.
He needs to clean up his act before he comes here. He doesn't need any doctor's permission.
No, not at all.
Not. All right, now for the time that you have been waiting for, Ashley's top 5.
My top 5. This week we are going to talk about my top 5 favorite shareable memes.
Shareable, okay.
Yes, shareable.
All right.
All right, my first one. You know you go to Starbucks and they ask you your name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one. What is your name? Stephen with a PH. Okay, Stephen. That's just funny. Okay. And of course, my introvertness comes out in this one. Someone says to me, I called. I know I watch my phone ring.
Oh, why didn't you text, right?
Exactly. Ask yourself, is this textable? My mother used to do my hair as a kid, and this is what it looked like. You see? I sent her that not too long ago. She didn't find it funny. I'm not tender-headed anymore because of that. And I did this just the other day. Taking a half day going to get my hair did. Going to get my hair did. I love getting my hair did. And puppets. I don't know. She's got her hair foiled.
Yeah.
And my favorite one Coconut oil. Do you remember when coconut oil was the
Greatest.
yes. My secret is coconut oil. Look at the hair on that line.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it.
Wow.
I know it.
Wow. Ashley's top 5. All right, her top 5 memes.
Before we go on,
Yes.
I'd like to know what some of your favorite memes are.
Oh.
So how about you send me your memes, email them to me at stbumc@gmail.com. And please make sure they are shareable. You may find them on one of these episodes.
Oh.
So I would love to see what
Nice.
your favorite memes are.
Can I send one too?
You can, but it must be shareable.
Oh, yes. Oh, of course.
All right.
Of course. A good shareable meme. Yes. Yeah. So great. I hope you get some interesting
so,
ones.
yes.
I'll be excited to see the ones that you get. Be sure you stay tuned next week when we hear Ashley's top 5 things that she thought she would never do or say.
Boy, was I wrong.
Can't wait to see that. Well, it is about time for us to tell the folks goodbye. Just before we close off, I want to tell you about the farmer who was milking his cow. And he noticed that a fly had just kind of flown around that cow's head, and he got to watching that fly, and that fly went right into the cow's ear. Well, he was thinking about that when he looked down a little bit later and saw a fly in the milk. He said, in one ear, out the other. All right. We'll see you next week on WSTB Clarksville. Yeah, in one ear.
Out the udder.
Out the udder. Yeah. I mean, don't you say that all the time, don't you?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.